Montano Hall and Cavite City will play host to the continuing action in Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL Season 3 playoffs. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. We've got 8 games today, 7 in the playoffs and later on 1 in the D-League. First up, it will be San Pedro against Biñan in the 14 and under. Game 2 of that playoff series, 16 and under North Semis, game number 1 between Rizal Swish Fiber and Nueva Ecija the Generals. Then later on, it will be a pair of 14 and under matchups. First in the North, Rizal Swish Fiber against Valenzuela. Then it will be in the South Division, Palawan UH Builders against Antipolo JY Titans. Then we switch it up to the 16 and under division, Las Piñas against San Pedro. Then we go back to the 14 and under division in the North Division, Cavite City MTJH Basketball versus Macabagos San Juan, opening up their North Semi-Final Series. And then it will be Macabagos San Juan against Taytay Hamaka Health Forum with Doc Atoy in the 16 and under North Semis. And then in our main game, it will be the Pasig Apasi Timothy's, the reigning defending champions, versus San Pedro Mamba in a battle of undefeated squads. Good morning, everyone. Diego Del Paz, joined by Coach Anton De Los Reyes. And Coach Anton, it is great to be partnering with you again after quite a while.
It has been a minute, Diego.
Yeah.
Great to be working with you. Good morning, everyone watching Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL. We are at the semifinals, the playoffs. Pretty
That's right.
great games we have in store for you guys.
All right, first off, though, let's get into our order of business, our match at hand here in the 14 and under division. This is the South Division semifinals, game 2 between the number 3 seed San Pedro Spartans against the number 2 seed Biñan Tatak Gel Emeralds Lamtex. San Pedro trying to close this one out today, while Biñan trying to extend the series to a deciding game number 3. But first, Coach Anton, let's recap what happened in game number 1.
Well, game 1 was a win for San Pedro. The Spartans winning by 9 points, 68-59. The transition game ng struggles ng Biñan, was very evident in that game. Only 6 points in that game, but for San Pedro naman, they're rebounding 45-37. Plus the points in the paints, 50-22. To top that off, you have 15 points of offensive rebounds for San Pedro. Made a perfect storm for them during that Game 1 victory.
All right, so we'll also track who will be the players that we will watch out for, and a whole lot more as the game progresses. But now let's hand it over to Gio Cruz to introduce the starters for both San Pedro and Biñan to kick things off on a Saturday here in Cavite City. Pag nagbigay na, ito bigyan kita, may scratch ako. Daming kong mga scratch dito. Here we go. Here. A whole lot.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome here at Montano Hall, Cavite City. This is Manny Pacquiao's Junior and PBL Season 3, ang Liga ng Bawat Batang Pilipino. This is the playoffs Game 2 of the Best of 3 South Division Semifinals for the 14 under division, featuring Biñan Tatak Gel Emeralds Lamtex and San Pedro Spartans. Now let us meet the starters for both teams. First, for San Pedro Spartans. Starting guard number 13, Chino Tan. To guard number 6, Ken Molina. At forward number 28, James Enriquez. Other forward number 29, Eman Lenchoco. And at center number 77, Mac Ryan Macasarte. The head coach is Chico Tan, assisted by Teddy Polinga, Goy Pagares, team manager James Solentino, and team owner Michelle and Jennifer Sosa. And now let us meet the starters for Biñan Tatak Gel Emeralds Lamtex. One guard number 6, Kobe Salazar. Two guard number 74, Rain Agnes. Small forward number 10, Jaden Capunias. Power forward number 28, Keith Pantia. And starting center number 14, Mark Umperez. The head coach is Rick Pagusara, assisted by Jack Azqueta, Dean Marquez, Rosel Tubale, team manager Job Tevez, and team owners Boss Ivan Nogum and Honorable Mayor Jel Alonte. Officiating this ball game, Nino Barcenas, Gomer Opina, and Noy Guevara. Junior MPBL Executive Director, Mr. J.R. Navarro. Junior MPBL Commissioner, Mr. Kid Picasso.
Our team starters brought you by The Ride, the official game ball of the Junior MPBL. For San Pedro, Tan Molina, Enriquez, Lenchoco, and Macasarte. While for Biñan, it's Salazar, Agnas, Cabuñas, Pantia, and Umerez. Our crew chief, Noy Guevara, with the basketball. San Pedro in the immaculate white, while Biñan in the ferocious black. And we are underway from Cavite City. And it's a turnover right away. Oh, it will stay with San Pedro.
So it was a last touch by number 6. That would be Kobe James Salazar.
But Salazar there with the steal. Feeds it to Rain Agnes. Too strong on that shot. And now Macrayan Macasarte, the team's leading scorer and rebounder. And what a find inside. And a three-point play opportunity right away for Ken Molina. Foul counted, brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness.
And you're going to see San Pedro pushing the pace, going out in transition. That time, that opportunity presented itself and took advantage of that one. Was Ken Molina just missing on that bonus free throw.
Of course, we should not be surprised with Macasarte. Leading scorer and rebounder, but also third in assists. So he can not only attack the basket, but also feed his teammates as well. For San Pedro, Agnes airballs that three-pointer.
Good challenge by San Pedro on that shot by Rain Agnes. 0 for 2 to start for Rain. Now, we talked about it, Ken Molina scoring in transition. 14 points, 12 rebounds in their last game. So we're going to be looking for Ken Molina for San Pedro to do the damage.
That nice feed inside. Ryan Macasarte missing from within 5 feet. He led the way, by the way, for San Pedro in that Game 1 victory. 20 points, 7 assists, and 6 steals.
All-around performance.
Exactly.
All statistical categories. Kung naglalaro kayo ng fantasy basketball, that's the kind of player that you want to have. Do you play fantasy basketball, Diego?
Oh yes, nagfa-fantasy ako, pero it's been a while. It's been a minute kasi...
Fantasy basketball.
Yun nga, fantasy.
Kasi sabi mo, nagpa-fantasy ka. Baka mamaya kung anong fantasy yan. Mahirap yung ganyan.
Oo. Pero it's very hard to juggle yung fantasy basketball team mo, especially either injuries, DNPs, mga ganon. As you see, that's a shot attempt at the tail end of the shot clock. But a second try here for Biñan. Another try. They kick it out. Salazar for 3. Overshoots the mark. Battle for the loose ball won by Ryan Makasarte. Now here comes San Pedro. The one-handed driving layup for James Enriquez. Gets the triple B to go. The bump bucket and chance for the bonus. Pound for pound fitness. Foul counted for the second time around for San Pedro. This time, that's James Enriquez.
Well, James Enriquez bumit-bit pa. He had his teammate Ken Molina free on the right side but decided to take it all the way.
But another missed opportunity for San Pedro. 4-0 start for the white and red. Great heads-up play there for Emmanuel Lenchoco. And saves the possession for San Pedro.
So still sputtering on offense etong Biñan. To start things off, Rain Agnas 0 for 4. He's able to get those offensive rebounds but still not able to connect.
Pass a little too strong for Christian Tan to receive. And Biñan has yet to find the bottom of the cup to start our ball game. 3 minutes in. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Now in the hand of Janus Deparine. 9 to shoot. Keith Pantia kicks it out. Now they go to the corner. Deparine overshoots the mark again. It looks like Biñan, they have yet to calibrate their shots, Coach Anton.
Quite difficult for them to get their offense going. We talked about it early. They have been getting those offensive rebounds but unable to capitalize on those boards.
And just in time was that shot by Biñan, courtesy of Mark Umeres. And they finally get 2 on the board. Ryan Makasarte bothered by Umeres. Now here comes Salazar. The drive and kick. That was an emergency pass with San Pedro's defense clamping down on him. Series of passes. Fadeaway jumper missed by Keith Pantia.
You like the transition defense of San Pedro, not allowing the offense of Biñan to get going, trying to push that pace.
Tan lets it fly, but too strong. Now here comes Deparine, or that was Cabuñas rather. I'm a little bit confused with the numbering here for Biñan. So the number 10s actually look like 8s.
18s.
Yeah,
it
18s,
looked
yeah.
like 18. That's the same problem that we have
Yeah.
with the uniforms nitong Biñan. Not a big deal though, not a big deal. We're just saying it is
We'll
can
adjust.
get confusing. So we would like to apologize sa mga manonood natin. Siyempre, baka anak nila yung number 10 pala.
Exactly. And Kobe Salazar knocking down the top of the key triple to give Biñan the lead. And one more time, the drive to the basket by Ken Molina. This time, referees say play on. Ryan Makasarte missing from that left baseline. Now Salazar, great feed here to Keith Pantia. And Pantia adding 2 more on the board. And it's a 3-point lead.
That time, the transition offense ng Biñan working wonders for them. Pantia getting a couple of points.
It's now 7-4. Now they kick it out to Enriquez. Coach Chico Tan now up at arms after Biñan suddenly went on a run to take this lead. Another one and done possession for San Pedro. Here comes the attack. The head fake by Pantia. Evades his defenders but couldn't get that finish.
Degree of difficulty on that shot very high for Pantia, but he's feeling it after getting that transition layup.
Christian Tan drives baseline, floater off the mark.
Using his right. He's a lefty, but he went right on that floater down the baseline.
Cabuñas feeds Agnas. Agnas still couldn't find points on the board. James Enriquez Attacking, going down the middle. Lost the handle, but wait, what a recovery there for Ken Molina to score underneath.
We got Ken Molina saving the day after that loose ball recovery. But Rain Agnas 0 for 5 to start this game.
12 on the shot clock, the step through off the window. The bank is open here in Cavite City for Mark Umerez.
No problem. Rain Agnas not getting his offense going. Mark Umerez, 4 points already in the ballgame.
Enriquez. Shot clock reads 10 for San Pedro. Christian Tan. Now they go to the corner. Enriquez launches. Couldn't deal. And Agnas gets the long rebound. Cabuñas gives it to Salazar. Salazar with the cross-court pass. Agnas, who has been ice cold so far, hesitated on that attempt. Salazar. Low pickup. Fadeaway jumper goes through for Keith Pantia. So it's the duo of Keith Pantia and Mark Umerez, who's been carrying the scoring load here in the absence of Rain Agnas. But Agnas right there, forcing the issue, was able to get a foul.
I like what Biñan is doing. They're getting out in transition, as you see here, that pass, drawing the defense, giving it up. Short corner. That was Keith Pantia from Mark Umerez, like what you talked about, two-man game for Biñan.
So referees say that it was before an attempt for Rain Agnas. It will be a baseline inbound here for Biñan. Shot clock down to 12. Salazar. Cabuñas straight away, missing. Fresh 14 on the shot clock for Biñan. They're not wasting any time, still operating down low. And Mark Umerez will earn himself a trip to the line.
Better job this time for Biñan on getting those offensive rebounds. We talked about it in their last game. 15 points of offensive rebounds para sa San Pedro, only 8 for Biñan. And that time you saw Mark Umerez getting the offensive board.
But unfortunately for Umerez, short on the first foul shot. Manages a split, much to the delight of the crowd here, supporting Biñan. It's 12-6, 2 minutes and 20 left. And right now, it looks like San Pedro is starting to look lost.
At full court press of Biñan, every time they make a basket, doing wonders for them. Pass was a bit behind for Enriquez on that one.
We got a timeout on the floor with 2 minutes and 12 remaining in the first. This timeout brought to you by Domo Domo. Slurp, enjoy, smile. On your screens, that's Coach Chico Tan of San Pedro Spartans, visibly not happy with how his squad has performed after going up early 6-0. But Biñan now with the lead 12-6. They drop it down low, and finally San Pedro breaking the ice.
It's a good pass. Noah Concepcion underneath, getting the 2 points. That's good recognition from your teammate to get points inside the paint.
Now Deparine, left corner. No good on the three-point attempt. Second try, and one more time. Mark Umerez drawing that foul.
I think Mark Omeres is playing inspired basketball, to say the least, as you see that, again, that two-man game, Molina and Concepcion getting that pass underneath.
Again, it's that first free throw that won't work for Mark Omeres.
Missed opportunities, but we always talk about it. We always say it. Personally, you want to get 50% each trip.
You'd want 50%. At least that's
At
a
least,
point.
yeah.
And speaking of Omeres, he will take a seat on the Biñan bench. Well deserved. After 8.5 minutes of inspired basketball, as you say, Coach Anton. Right now, San Pedro stuck outside. Cruz with the long ball. In and out. Ball ping-pongs its way to Cabuñas. And Cabuñas sneaking through the basket. But great recovery for San Pedro to force it out of bounds.
That was Juan Cruz who got that block, chasing after Cabuñas. And that's what you want to see from your players, not giving up. Even if it's in transition, you're still trying to get that your defense going, still trying to get those blocks.
De Parina feeds Cabuñas, but missing from the corner. Now San Pedro trying to get more points on the board. Down by 5 at the moment. Malubag gives it to the corner. And great cut to the basket by, let's see, that's Joshua Makasarte.
Makasarte with a flash at the 15-foot line. The recognition of his teammate, that was Eman Lenshoko, giving up that pass from the corner.
We got a raucous crowd this early in the morning here at Montano Hall, making it all the way here to support their kids.
If that doesn't wake you up, I don't know what will.
Exactly. Makasarte unfortunately splits his free throws. And we got a held ball between that's Marco Valleza and I believe that was Rain Malubag. 2-for-1 opportunity here for Biñan if they decide to attack early. 12 to shoot. Mabini and De Parina lost the basketball, and now San Pedro on the run. Cruz gets that finish, and they're just down by 2 points at the moment.
I almost thought Cruz was going to miss that one. I thought the ball slipped out of his hands, but high off the glass for that two-pointer.
Game clock reads 12. Shot clock is off for Biñan. Three-pointer launch by Mabini, short. 4 seconds left. San Pedro with enough time. Are they aware? Half-court double pump. No good, unfortunately, for Rain Malubag. And that ends the first quarter of action. It's a 2-point advantage for Biñan after going down 0-6 early in this ball game.
Back and forth action that we were able to see, as you see in transition for the side of San Pedro, really taking advantage of their speed, but knocking down those three-pointers. Biñan fighting back also with their transition game, as you see a layup again, that time courtesy of Keith Pantia.
And those highlights brought to you by Chef's Magic. At the end of one, Biñan 13, San Pedro 11. From tip-off to the final buzzer, every moment counts and so does every meal. Whether you're celebrating a win or just enjoying the game, Chef's Magic Condiments brings the flavor that makes every bite unforgettable. Chef's Magic, make every meal a magic moment. That's our quarter scene stealer to start the second quarter of action, brought to you by Chef's Magic. It's a 2-point lead by Biñan as they stop San Pedro to start the quarter. And a foul in transition called against the Spartans. Once
Could
again,
be on Eman Lenchoco.
oof, that's tough. Once again, this is Diego de Paz, Coach Anton de los Reyes, bringing you the action all the way from Montano Hall in Cavite City on this beautiful, bright Saturday morning.
During that first quarter, you saw San Pedro shooting 5 out of 14 from the field, 35%. Habang ang Biñan naman, 5 out of 22, 22%. No three-pointers made by San Pedro, while Biñan, 1 out of 10. Not a good percentage, but still, that's 3 more than
Yes.
San Pedro.
Yes. Actually, I was about to ask you, Coach Anton, after seeing that 0-6 start earlier by Biñan, what changed? What adjustments did they do midway through that first quarter?
You saw that they were able to get those turnovers courtesy of those full court press and just being able to push the pace, trying to get more possessions, trying to get more points is what Biñan was able to do. They were able to get that lead and come back.
Double pump shot goes through for Keith Pantia. Again, as we said earlier, Keith Pantia, Mark Umerez, the fearsome duo for Biñan in that first quarter. As we saw it to see Rain Agnas, not exactly a good percentage to start the ball game.
Hasn't scored. Talk about Rain Agnas, and of course we know Rain Agnas, one of the prolific scorers nito ni Coach Rick Pagusara. 14 points per game, 6 rebounds, almost 5 assists at 4.9.
And also not to mention 3.1 steals. So all of those team leading in all of those 4 categories. As we take a look at that last play one more time, that last sequence for San Pedro, that inside hand finish. And it's courtesy of Joshua Makasarte. And that pressure defense by Biñan, forcing San Pedro to another turnover. Shot clock at 16. Salazar thought about the 3. Swings it to the left wing. Agnas gets fouled.
There's a bump on that drive from Rain, not forcing the issue. You like to see that from a player, being smart, not forcing those outside shots, deciding to go and take it inside to try and get his rhythm.
Again, our officials say that it was before the act of shooting. 14 on the shot clock. Mabini gives it up to Pantia. Misses that jumper. And now Ryan Makasarte gets the rebound as he returns to the ball game. Also another non-factor so far, this time on the side of San Pedro. They feed the ball inside. They go to the corner. Cruz. High arcer. Too strong. Ball ping-pongs its way to the hands of Joshua Makasarte and scores underneath.
4 points now for Josh Makasarte here in the second quarter. That time the ball falling into his hands.
12 to shoot for Biñan. Their lead down to 2 points. They go to the corner. Shot clock down to 5. Agnas launches another 3. Still won't go through. Second try off the glass. Too strong for Mark Umerez. And that ends the Biñan possession, but not so fast. Agnas finally gets a field goal here in the second period.
Getting that steal off of that pass. Rain Agnas finishing with the deuce.
And Agnas with a second steal. And spin move, tried to drop it off, but intercepted by Emmanuel Lenchoco. And he's trying to plead his case. As we see one more time, Rain Agnas finally getting on the board after more than a quarter of play.
Attacking the defense of Lenchoco was Rain Agnas off of that steal, like what we mentioned.
One and done possession for Biñan on that possession. Makasarte missing in transition. That's Ryan Makasarte. 2:17 on the shot clock. Salazar sneaks his way through, drops it off. Biñan trying to find an opening. That runner off the glass. Mark Umerez once again dealing damage to San Pedro. It's now a 6-point lead. Ryan Makasarte fades, fires to no avail.
Trying to go back-to-back was McRyan. Still empty possessions for Makasarte, the other Makasarte.
Yeah. Salazar swings it to Mabini. Back to Salazar. 7 to shoot. They go to the corner. Mabini from the elbow. And again, Biñan falling in love with those perimeter shots. But so far, they're shooting themselves out of this game. Then Shoko lets it fly. Too strong. Another rebound by Agnes. Salazar attacking the right. Had the door shut on him. Now they go to Umerez. Umerez missing. The ball ping-pongs its way out of bounds and it will stay with Biñan.
Last touch on McRyan Makasarte trying to save that leather. Another good thing that we were able to see from the squad of Coach Rick Pagosara was their offensive rebounding. During that first quarter, they were able to get those offensive boards, get those second chance opportunities for them.
But that time though, Rain Agnes gets a one and done possession for Biñan. Lefty three, missed by Enriquez. Agnes saves the possession but to the wrong man. And San Pedro we're getting another try here. Another three ball. And it goes up and over. Oh, and it's saved. It's saved there by Mateo Marquez.
You're as surprised as I was.
Yeah. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Cabuñas. Salazar now back to Cabuñas. 6 to shoot. Agnes still couldn't find that 3-point stroke. But a counter steal here by Biñan. Salazar attacking with reckless abandon. Referees say it was last touch on Salazar.
See that ball fake to Rain Agnes. But Rain Agnes, prior to that offensive set, he had a hand on that ball. That steal should be credited to him. Pagpasa, tapik niya eh. So, ganun niya nakukuha talaga yung mga agaw. Talking about Rain Agnes.
Just like that, we're down to the last 3.5 minutes of the first half. That shot inside, missed by Samuel Cook. Obi Salazar trying to attack left. Kicks it out to Cabuñas. Salazar, baseline drive. Layup won't go through. Second try here for Umerez. And Umerez gets another trip to the free throw line.
A lot of muscle for Mark Umerez underneath. Having a difficult time containing itong si Mark. Itong San Pedro. This is his 5th and 6th trip.
There you go.
Or 5th and 6th attempt sa free throw area. So 3rd trip for Mark. Yan na.
And now above 500 from the above 50% rather from the free throw line.
Antayin natin. Oh man, jinx mo yung second.
Let's see. Finally, 2 out of 2. 2 out of 2 after splitting those first 4 free throws earlier in the first. The step through and the finish for San Pedro's Ken Molina.
A good move by Ken Molina, using his body, get separation after that bump and then the finish.
Agnes thought about the 3. Swings it to Salazar. Shot clock down to 12. Now they go to the right elbow. 3-pointer missed by Jaden Cabuñas. Now San Pedro attacking. Christian Tan slips to the floor. Referees say someone had a hand on it.
Bit too much PSI.
Referees say it was on Jaden Cabuñas.
Yung akala nating number 10.
Yes.
Number 18. Yun pala. Number 10.
On your screens right now, that's our commissioner, Keith Picazo, watching the action intently from the sidelines.
Kausap pa si Kuya Alex.
Yun.
Isa sa mga pinakamalulupit na camera.
Oh.
Cameraman natin.
Siyempre naman, lagi tayong pinapagwapo every time na on-cam tayo. Tan, missing the three-point attempt. Another rebound by Agnes. Ziggy Tejada. 70 to shoot. Agnes thought about the three. Fakes, drives, and nice find to an open Mark Umeres, who gets another trip to the free throw line.
And you gotta credit Mark Umeres. I mean, that was a great drive by Rain Agnes to be able to draw the defense. But you've also got a teammate that's diving to the basket just in case Rain Agnes puts up that shot. He's gonna be around the rim to be able to get that offensive rebound. So hats off to Mark Umeres for being smart in this game.
Umeres, the fourth leading scorer this season for Biñan at 7.1 points per game, together with 6.3 rebounds.
He's already in double figures, talking about Mark Umeres. That's his 12th point, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow, so well above his season averages. And what a dive by Umeres. Great feed, but a little too strong, unfortunately, for Tejada. San Pedro recovers the loose ball. Molina, great find to a cutting teammate in Rain Malubag.
Rain Malubag, rim running. The transition offense nitong San Pedro, that's where they're making a living.
Cabuñas missing the three ball. Offensive board. And the putback attempt missed by Mark Umeres. They got a third try here with 7 on their shot clock. Ziggy Tejada tried to give it to the corner to Cabuñas, but intercepted by San Pedro. 3 passes and a foul called against Biñan.
Itong San Pedro off to the races whenever they get a chance or whenever there's a miss. They are going to push the pace and push the tempo.
And again, Mark Umeres will take a breather here to end the second quarter this time. Now at the free throw line, that's James Enriquez, the lefty for San Pedro. Second leading scorer at 17 per game. And Enriquez hits both to make this a 4-point ball game. And Biñan Tatak Gel Emeralds Lamtex will call this timeout. So Coach Rick Pagusara would like to talk things over as we see one more time Mark Umeres using the glass. This timeout brought to you by Domo Domo. Slurp, enjoy, smile. We got a cute fan in the crowd. Actually, part of the family of the coaching staff.
It's cute nung baby.
Yes. Then we've got a diverse crowd of all ages here in Montano Hall. And look at that drive to the basket by Ziggy Tejada, zigzagging through and getting contact.
Just like his name.
Yeah.
Ziggy zigzagging.
Yes, yes.
Getting a foul against Ken Molina. Challenging that shot, not allowing that easy two-point. I wouldn't say easy, but the transition bucket
Yes.
from Ziggy.
With a little challenge as well.
But if I'm Coach Chico Tan, I wouldn't be annoyed. I wouldn't be angry. I mean,
Yeah.
it's transition bucket. You want to be able to at least put up a fight. Good foul.
Yeah, that's at least a good stop there for San Pedro. 3 seconds left. Are they aware of the time? Three-pointer off the glass in time for James Enriquez, and that's a three-pointer to bring us back to where we started here in the second quarter. A 2-point advantage for Biñan Tatak Gel Emeralds Lamtex.
You asked it if he was aware. Yes, indeed. As you see that stretch by Joshua Macasarte to start things off. But Mark Omeres, that dish to, again, Keith Apantia, those two players for Biñan. And there's that buzzer beater to end the quarter by Enriquez for San Pedro.
Biñan leading San Pedro 26-24 at the halftime break. Don't go away. We got halftime stats, analysis, and much more here in the Junior MPBL Season 3 playoffs. We've spotted someone in the crowd full of energy and bringing all the good vibes in this game. And you know what they say, the coolest fan deserves the coolest iced tea. Congratulations to our fan of the game. You're receiving a cool treat from True Tea Iced Tea, a no sugar added iced tea. Stay cool with True Tea Iced Tea, the goodness of iced tea without the sugar. At the halftime break, it's Biñan by 2 against San Pedro, 26-24. Jagada Paz, Anton de los Rios at your service all the way from the Montano Hall Stadium here in Cavite City. Coach Anton, we're taking a look at some of the highlights during the first 2 quarters of action, and it is very close for sure, as we will see our numbers on the screens.
During that first half, earlier on, we were able to see the full court defense nitong Biñan doing damage, getting that lead. But the fight back, of course, by San Pedro. Biñan shooting 20% from the field, San Pedro 31%. Three-point shooting still not working out para dito sa Biñan and San Pedro. Both teams only one so far, but the rebounding department, Biñan with 31, San Pedro with 26. Big reason for this 2-point lead nitong Biñan is the 13 offensive rebounds that they have compared to just 6 para dito sa San Pedro. The assist department 10-8, and the turnovers, like I said, the fact that San Pedro with that full court press doing damage, making it difficult for San Pedro to get their half court set going, was Biñan during that first half.
All right, that's a breakdown of the numbers from the one, the only Coach Anton de los Rios. And of course, Coach Anton, one thing that we've noticed from both of these teams, you know, they're falling in love with the perimeter shot, and yet the shot doesn't love them back. It's like they're building a house of bricks.
You see our fans, parang may pinaguhugutan ka dun. Love you. Mahal pero hindi ka mahal. Hindi naman sana, no, Jegs?
Oh, naman. As we start the third quarter of action, this time it's San Pedro returning the favor to Biñan. As Biñan started this quarter with a turnover. But unfortunately for San Pedro, they couldn't capitalize on that last possession. They couldn't tie the ball game. Just currently in favor of Biñan by just 2 points. And Umeres, by the way, one of the guys responsible for that first 2 quarters of scoring outburst.
We talk about scoring. Mark Umeres, 12 points together with Keith Pantia, 6, and Salazar with 5 para dito sa Biñan. For San Pedro, you have Enriquez with 7, Molina with 6, and Josh Macasarte with 5.
Now San Pedro getting that stop on Biñan. Score hasn't moved since the break. And nice find underneath for Ryan Macasarte. Nice feed coming from James Enriquez.
Two-man action. Nice cut underneath. Baseline sneak by McRyan.
14 on the shot clock. Cabuñas gives it up to Rain Agnes. Cabuñas lets it fly. And another air ball.
Good try on that in and out action. Just couldn't knock it down. Swinging it to the weak side. All air on that one for Cabuñas. You say something pag ganun no? Ringless but not the good kind.
Yeah, ringless but not the good kind. And that is also iron deficient.
Yun.
There we go.
Tagal ko nang di naririnig eh.
Try to switch it up every once in a while then. Pantia.
Para hindi redundant nga
naman. Exactly. Salazar swings it to Rain Agnes. They go back to Salazar. Trying to go downhill but had the door shut on him. Salazar to Pantia. Shot clock down to 3. And that will be 2 free throws for Biñan. And so far it's been the duo of Umeres and Pantia who has been masters at drawing fouls in this game.
They're the ones that have gotten to the line the most, as making use of their height and their might inside. As Rain Agnas, Rain Agnas, he may not be scoring that much, but he's got 9 rebounds. You
Yun.
believe that? 9 rebounds for Rain Agnas.
I mean, after all, Rain Agnas is the leading rebounder for Biñan this season. Ryan Makasarte, unfortunately, couldn't get that layup to drop. And another rebound for Rain Agnas. Making his presence felt in playmaking and also on the hustle departments.
3 assists if you want to talk about playmaking for Rain Agnas.
Right now, Biñan stuck in the perimeter. And it's a traveling violation called against the big man, Mark Umerez. And we are stuck at 26 apiece ever since that Ryan Makasarte layup. 3 minutes into the third quarter. Enriquez swings it to Ken Molina, and a miss there by San Pedro. And on the attack, Rain Agnas in transition.
That's goodbye, Rain Agnas. Too quick, too fast finishing on that break.
As you saw him wheeling and dealing on that fast break attempt, and a foul called against Biñan. And this time it's Christian Tan drawing that contact from the Biñan defense.
2-1, 3/4 court press.
As we see one more time that Larga International Logistics fast break of the game, courtesy of Rain Agnas. So again, as you could see, Biñan showing some sense of urgency as well. Because if they lose today, that's it. Thank you, sayonara, and see you later.
Alligator.
May
But
naalala
again,
akong cartoons
yun nga
eh.
yan
Oo.
diba?
See?
End or extend tayo for today.
Yes. And one more time, they go to Keith Pantia down low. One of the fearsome duo for Biñan this ball game. And what a three-pointer for Christian Tan. What a time to make one. Cutting down this deficit to just 1. Shot clock reads 13 for Biñan. Pantia sets the screen. They go to the corner. Salazar takes the 3. 4 to shoot. They need to put it up. And Pantia rims out that jumper. And Umerez taps it out of bounds. And San Pedro trying to take their first lead of the game, of the second half rather. Last time they were in the lead, it was 6-5 earlier in the first quarter. Molina, one more time from Tan. Couldn't go back to back from beyond the arc.
I like that play though. He made that shot earlier. You want to be able to go back again to your shooter, see if he's going to have a streak.
Pantia uncorks a 3. Too strong. Offensive board.
Rain Agnas.
There we go. Rain Agnas again.
12th rebound of the game for Rain Agnas. Closing in on a double-double if he scores 6 more points.
Not exactly a player who's scoring this morning, but still doing damage.
Finding ways to be able to help his squad is Rain Agnas.
More than halfway through the third quarter. Agnas thought about the 3. 1 second on the shot clock. Misses the floater, and it goes out of bounds.
Stepping out of bounds was Mark Umerez, who tried to save that leather. But Rain Agnas had to put that one up. As you mentioned, only 1 second left in the shot clock.
Enriquez measuring the defense. Gets the ball back. 2-man play there between him and Molina. Enriquez lets it fly. Too strong. Molina with the long rebound. Fresh 14 on the shot clock for San Pedro. Enriquez trying to go downhill. Awkward floater. Won't go through. And now Biñan. Rim running. Ooh, that was a close call for Cabuñas, who nearly made that layup in transition. And now the counterattack. Molina gets it through, and San Pedro regains the lead for the first time since the first quarter.
You mentioned it, 6-5 was the last time San Pedro was in that lead. Ken Molina stepping on the gas, finishing in transition.
12 to shoot for Biñan. Trying to regroup here. Cabuñas. Now to Salazar. 5 to shoot. Umerez couldn't get it through. Lenchoco gets the rebound.
You see the momentum shifting to the side of San Pedro here in the third quarter after that three-pointer by Christian Tan.
Step by step, brick by brick for San Pedro as they try to close this one out today. And Enriquez gets a lot of contact there late in the shot clock on that poor contest by Mark Umerez.
Tried to close out but got the body. Mark Umerez giving up that foul to Enriquez, and you never want to give up that foul or give up those fouls to your jump shooter.
Yes.
Late in the shot clock, like what you had mentioned.
So Enriquez makes this a 2-point lead. Now a 3-point lead for San Pedro. And for sure, for Biñan, not yet the time to press that panic button.
I'm going to look for them to go back to that 2-2-1, 3-4 score or full court press with that trap on that second line once they cross mid-court, just to be able to get those opportunities on offense.
But for Biñan though, they have been having a hard time piercing through that San Pedro defense. Umerez double teamed by the San Pedro defense. And there's a foul to end that shot clock. Bailout call there for Biñan.
That was 3 players that covered Mark Umerez.
Yeah.
Couple down low and then one from up top.
They drop the ball down low. And it's lost by Keith Pantia. But on the second try here for Biñan. And now, San Pedro attacking. Molina hesitates, kicks it out to Enriquez. Now to Molina for 3. Bang! Bang! Boom! And that one, possibly an early backbreaker for Biñan.
Great return pass from Enriquez to Molina down that left wing.
And San Pedro getting that stop. Macray Makasarte to Enriquez. Gets the hoop, the harm, the 3-point play the hard way. And that added flex as well for James Enriquez.
Earlier, James Enriquez was the one who gave up that pass. This time, he's the recipient of that assist in transition.
So nice, we had to see it twice in our pound-for-pound fitness foul counted instant replay. And San Pedro here starting to feel it. Swinging the momentum in their favor. Now getting an 8-point advantage. Could be 9, depending on the result of this free throw. And yes, they complete it. And now, Coach Rick Pagusara calls this timeout to regroup his troops. As we take a look one more time on that 3-pointer by Ken Molina. Pure and cold as ice. This timeout brought to you by Domo Domo. Slurp, enjoy, smile. Down to the last minute and 44 of the third quarter. And coming up next, by the way, it will be the 16 and under North semifinals clash between Rizal Switch Fiber against Nueva Ecija de Generals in a 1-4 matchup. That's game number 1 of their best of 3 series that's coming up at the after the conclusion of this matchup. And San Pedro looking to close this one out today. They don't want to extend this to a rubber match at a date to be announced later. Foul drawn there by Isaac Hernandez. And that is Coach Rick Pagusara with a little concerned look on his face after Biñan, they squandered that advantage earlier. And I believe they led by as much as around 6 or 8, Coach Anton?
8 points
there you
was
go.
Their biggest lead. Talking about itong Biñan Tatak Gel Emeralds Lamtex.
So that was 2 opportunities for Biñan and they couldn't capitalize. Currently down by 8, 39-31, with a shade over a minute remaining. One more time from deep. This time won't go through for Ken Molina. Second try goes to Macrayan Makasarte. Makasarte hoists it up.
That's 3 attempts
Yes.
on the side of San Pedro. A couple of offensive rebounds just to be able to get those shots up, to get those points.
So there will be a review of that last sequence. So they're going to swiftly review that situation there, for especially that there's a tightly contested the playoff contest. There we go. Ooh. So very, very close call there.
So there's going to be a review not only on that last touch, but I believe there was some extracurricular stuff happening
Yes.
inside.
Probably.
As yung crowd nga rin ng Biñan are saying.
So they're checking the tape much earlier. So there we go. During this box out play right here. There we go. Those dives for the loose ball. Again, after all this playoff basketball here in the Junior MPBL Season 3 playoffs.
That's the intensity that you want to see. That's the intensity that we're going to have.
So again, this is what happened during that last sequence. Okay, there was a box out there between Macrayan Makasarte. And let's see, I think that was Mark Umerez.
I think they're looking at the one of Mark Omeres and Macrayan Makasarte.
Oh, there you go.
It was before that.
Before that three-pointer by Molina. Around that point. So our referees, of course, they want to make sure they get this call right. If, let's say, the contact was marginal, or if it falls under that criteria that they call as act of violence. So many angles that they're trying to look through on that last play. We are down to the last 52 seconds of the third quarter. And Coach Anton, what happened during those last sequences? And seems like Biñan somewhat put off their foot off that gas pedal.
Again, they couldn't convert on their half-court sets on the other end. Just being able to execute. You saw earlier 3-pointers. Just the passing, the crisp passing of San Pedro working. And itong second half, hindi na natin masyado nakita yung full court press.
Yes.
Except for maybe a couple of minutes or so from Biñan.
And again, it's the duo as well as of Mark Umeres and Keith Pantia, who hasn't been as effective as they were in the first half. Right, so it looks like after that review, looks like the contact was marginal and not enough for the referees to possibly call a foul that would fall under what they call as act of violence. So play continues.
Just some a little bit of pushing, a little bit of shoving off that play underneath.
What they call as legal contact. And Deparine with the heads-up play, nearly going out of bounds, but taps it to Rain Malubag. 10 seconds to shoot for Biñan. And the inbounds tapped away by Malubag. James Enriquez starting the play. Goes to Malubag. Cross-court pass going to Macrayan Makasarte. They feed the ball down low. The fake and the shot is good for Joshua Makasarte.
Good entry pass. Smart play, being patient. Josh Makasarte underneath for the deuce.
Biggest lead for either team at the moment. 10 points for San Pedro, 41-31. Shot clock is off and a steal completed here by Malubag. Malubag feeds Macrayan Makasarte, missing that reverse, and that ends 3/4 of action. And it won't go through, much to the somewhat dismay of Coach Chico Tan. It's a 10-point lead here for San Pedro Spartans at the end of 3. There's the Chef's Magic third quarter highlights.
You've got, again, Keith Pantia from Rain Agnas, but the transition game, Ken Molina able to finish. That time, James Enriquez on the receiving end after getting an assist. But underneath, the patience of Josh Makasarte paying dividends as he gets that bucket down low.
From tip-off to the final buzzer, every moment counts and so does every meal. Whether you're celebrating a win or just enjoying the game, Chef's Magic Condiments brings the flavor that makes every bite unforgettable. Chef's Magic, make every meal a magic moment. We're about to start the fourth quarter of action shortly. And San Pedro turning things around here in the recently concluded third period. Now with a 10-point advantage, 41-31.
Still waiting for Rain Agnas. You saw him there in your screens to get his game going. Of course, we all know he is their leading scorer, courtesy of the stats that we have. Nabigay ni Diego de la Paz. Palaging meron talaga si Diego ng stats. Nakakatawa eh.
Yeah, making sure that we get the facts straight and at the same time, kung kailangan natin ng quick reference, meron ka agad tayong makita, Coach Anton.
Stickler for that pa naman yung mga stats. So, nakikita ko yan. Buti na lang ikaw ang kasama ko. Kompleto ang ating statistics.
Yun, kompletos recados.
Yun.
Parang complete breakfast, kumbaga.
Di ako nagbe-breakfast. Ikaw ba nagbe-breakfast ka ba?
Parang hindi eh. Pero kanina, I needed a little snack. Buti na lang. May instant siomai dito sa labas ng Montano Hall.
Oh yeah, madaming ang happenings.
Mga cards dito eh. And speaking of happenings down low, that's Macrayan Makasarte extending this advantage to a dozen.
This time, San Pedro already hitting their stride. in this ball game. They were down early, as much as 8 points, but now leading by 12. I'm not counting out Biñan though. I mean, they've got Rain Agnas who can score in bunches. And I'm gonna bust it out. A couple of stops here, a couple of makes there, change the complexion of this ball game, and swing the momentum to the side of Biñan.
But of course, the first thing they have to do though is break this San Pedro defense that's been blitzing them. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Mabini drops it off. And mukhang may hinahanap na magic bunot ito si Coach Rick Pagusara.
It's Magat, I believe. Shot clock was winding down, and then getting a foul was Magat.
Medyo parang I'm as surprised as you on seeing ito si Magat.
That's Jewison.
There we go.
Neil Magat. Wala sa stats natin.
Actually, wala sa declared roster.
Kala ko nga 85 eh. Yung pala 05. It's 05.
Ayun pala, ito number 5.
Oh, number 5.
Kaya pala, okay.
Diba?
Again, nahuli na naman tayo dyan sa number 0 na yan eh. Pero alam ko under FIBA rules, bawal yung may 0 na prefix eh. Or in the first place, kasi yung number 0 na tong Biñan jerseys, they look like 8s.
Yep. Akala ko 85, di ba? I wrote it down already, 85. Ikaw din.
Oo nga, ako rin eh. Napasulat ako.
Napasulat din tayo eh.
Kung pwede lang, I think we better call yung attention ng ating commissioner. Pero nga lang, calling attention to everyone here. Ryan Makasarte with that straightaway 3.
Dialing long distance, McRyan.
Alam mo, Coach Anton, yung parang pag signal mo ng telepono, parang it comes from a bygone era, which I am part of, unfortunately. Yung pag ganito daw, ibig sabihin na naabutan mo pa yung standard na landline. So, as we see yung pound for pound fitness foul counted right there. Ito si Mark Umeres trying to make himself felt dito sa ating fourth quarter.
In the third quarter, Mark Umeres wasn't able to score. At here in the fourth, starting early, getting an end one opportunity. That's his 14th point of the game. Talking about Mark Umeres, you see our officials.
Ooh.
It's Mark Umeres and McRyan Makasarte getting teed up. Double technical for sweet nothings to each other. Probably chirped some words that are not fit to reprint or reproduce in our broadcast. Pero nga lang, probably not a good example, especially at this age level pa sila. I was gonna say 14 and under.
Yeah.
You're trying to build that good character.
Yes.
And that all those drawings, not something that you want to see. Same way with showboating.
Exactly. Taunting,
Yeah, there's
no room for that here.
No space indeed, but that time James Enriquez with that drive to the basket.
Salazar, three-pointer, still won't go through. And Biñan's three-point shooting percentage dipping by the attempt.
That's 1 for 23 now, 3%
Wow.
for Biñan. Habang ito namang San Pedro, 4 out of 17. Medyo umangat na.
Second attempt, and the lucky bounce goes through for Joshua Makasarte.
That's the other Makasarte getting an opportunity with that offensive board off that block.
Yeah, foul counted, brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness. Joshua Makasarte says, I am not the other Makasarte, but I am also a Makasarte.
It's a Jewison Magat getting that foul.
Bonus free throw goes through. Joshua Makasarte, part of the vaunted front line of San Pedro. Agnas. Salazar back to Agnas. 9 to shoot, and Rain Agnas still couldn't find the bottom, having a hard time getting his field goals going. Oh, and what a steal by Rain Agnas. Doing those non-scoring things that are essential to victory. The step through, and what a block by Noah Concepcion on Mark Umeres.
Keeping in step with Mark Umeres was Noah Concepcion getting the block like what you mentioned, and then ball goes out of bounds. Parang double black eye pa yun para dito sa Biñan.
Getting from bad to worse would be Biñan's situation here in the second half, not just here in the fourth quarter.
Enrique started no ng third quarter pa nga, we talked about it.
Oo. Makasarte missing from point blank. And a foul in the ensuing play. Yun na nga, may halong frustration din para kay Joshua Makasarte after missing.
Mark Umeres gonna get called for that foul as he tried to reach and recover that leather. Hindi naman tayo magugulat. Napakagandang bola kaya pinag-aagawan. Doride.
That's
bola
right.
ng Pinoy.
Yes. Supporting Manny Pacquiao's Jr. MPBL since day one. So maraming salamat to Doride.
Naantay ko nga bigyan tayo ng Doride.
Oo. Kasi may mga times na nagkaroon ng lulls in between games. Tapos we tried shooting those basketballs. Feels nice to the touch.
It does indeed feel nice to the touch. I also like the weight of that leather.
Oo naman.
Parang I'm more comfortable with a heavier ball.
Tama.
I don't know. Ganyan, what brands ba? Wilson is, I like the weight of that ball as well.
Lalo na yung evolution, no? There we go.
Siya.
Cabuñas. And right now, Biñan's three-point shooting percentage starting to hit freezing point.
1 out of 24.
Wow.
Still ice cold from the rainbow area.
7 seconds on the shot clock. Enriquez throws the ball away to Umeres. Biñan attacking. Pantia nearly gets a three-point play but will settle for 2 free throws.
Strong drive to the basket. That's what you want to see from Keith. To be able to at least stop that clock and give them some opportunities to get some buckets or some points rather.
Feeling ko yung tatay na to ni Keith Pantia nanonood dati ng Utah Jazz.
Because of, I'm
Baka si Adam Keith.
Oh, yeah.
Adam Keith. Feeling ko lang. Pero, of course, it would be nice to ask as well. Unfortunately, we don't have someone to ask that for us as we take a look at our replay of that last play by Umeres getting rejected earlier. That defense by San Pedro stifling as we head into this timeout. Brought to you by Domo Domo. Slurp, enjoy, smile. Five minutes and 18 remaining sa ating fourth and final quarter. Biñan, they need to make a run and quick if they want to keep their season alive. San Pedro, the number 3 seed, is on the verge of a, not really an upset, because both teams actually finished 8-3 in the end of the elimination round, and the only tiebreaker was that August 10 victory by Biñan over San Pedro, 56-50.
That's how complete the stats of my partner here right now has. Nabibigay pa talaga niya yung history ng dalawang koponan na to.
6 seconds on the shot clock. Cabuñas lets it fly from the... Oh! From the right wing. 1, 2, 3. That's all important because he's got a chance for the cuatro right there.
Ryan Macasarte getting caught with that foul on that closeout.
So close. 3 seconds on the shot clock. And all they needed was one stop right there. But unfortunately for San Pedro, it turned into a 4-point play conversion.
12-point deficit, 4.5 minutes. Can they do it? Talking about etong Biñan.
An offensive foul. It's called on James Enriquez. And that might be what they call as the canary in the coal mine. Cabuñas! 1, 2, 3 times 2.
That's a 9-point lead, and that's a quick 7-0 run para dito sa Biñan.
And now that's Joshua Macasarte through the ball. Broken play here for San Pedro and converted by James Enriquez.
Lucky break para dito sa San Pedro as almost a turnover for them.
He check missed by Cabuñas. And now San Pedro a chance to at least bring some semblance of normalcy on their part here in the second half. James Enriquez closely marked. Give it up here to Joshua Macasarte. Shot clock down to 4. They need to put it up here. Enriquez for 3! And that could have brought the house down. 3 minutes and change. Agnas thought about the 3, drove closer, drops it off to his buddy Keith Pantia. And Pantia in heavy traffic missing.
Couple of players, couple of white shirts covering Keith Pantia, making it difficult for him to get that shot off.
Malubag to Macasarte. And now San Pedro decides to burn some clock here. And a near steal by Cabuñas. Oh, and it's an offensive foul call against Enriquez.
Tried to stop Cabuñas from getting that leather. Again, no time to panic for San Pedro. I mean, we get it. You want to protect this lead. You're all good. You just have to manage the time wisely, get that ball across.
Under 3 minutes remaining, the midnight hours of this match. The man of the hour, Matthew Cabuñas, missing from point blank. Now San Pedro doing more protecting than adding to this lead at the moment as they try to burn more clock. 10 seconds to shoot. Now they hand it off to James Enriquez. Enriquez misses the floater. Second try won't go through for Rain Malubag. Another try, that's a 4th. And Joshua Macasarte scoring from the dunker spot.
Again, that's what we talk about. The offensive rebounds of San Pedro really doing damage for them.
13-point ball game. Agnas rises. And his shot has been totally off this Saturday morning.
That's just a good challenge by Macasarte. Making it easy for Rain Agnas to see that goal properly off that midi of that one dribble pull-up.
First free throw goes through for Keith Pantia. One of the 2 bright spots for Biñan Tatak Gel Emeralds Lamtex throughout this game. Aside, of course, from Mark Umerez.
We got
Splits it.
12 points for Keith Pandya to go along with 5 boards.
And San Pedro, 2 minutes away from history. Ken Molina driving the right lane, and that might be the dagger, Coach Anton.
Could be, as they built this 14-point lead now. Talking about San Pedro, the Spartans looking good. Just the finishing touches we're going to be seeing.
Right now, San Pedro's bench starting to feel it, while the Biñan bench, you know, their body language and their faces says it all. Here's a steal completed by Rain Agnas, and Agnas misses that reverse, and that's been the kind of the ball game for Rain Agnas today. Offensively, that is.
Just couldn't get his game going. They are, or he is their leading scorer, but medyo na-jeta si Rain Agnas in today's ball game. If you look at his statistics, only 4 points. You imagine that.
I mean, it's a mixture of San Pedro's defense clamping down on him, and at the same time, also bad luck.
Yep. Tough to get your rhythm going, especially if the defense is zeroing in on you.
55 seconds remaining. 19 to shoot. Biñan, you know, they're not showing signs of urgency here. You know, burning a lot of time on the clock there in that possession. Pantia, though, scoring underneath the basket. But with this lead at 12 points, probably a case of too little, too late.
Now,
And
41 seconds. This is all but a done deal.
Yeah, all over but the crying for Biñan, set to be swept by San Pedro. But for Coach Chico Tan, after Macray and Makasarte fouled out of the ball game, also another guy who struggled well below his average this season, 7 points. But this season he averaged 19.
And 10 rebounds to go along with 3 assists per ball game. So double-double average for Macryan. That's what you want to see. Again, Macryan Makasarte being held down to just 7 points, but other players stepping up. You have Ken Molina, Josh Makasarte, James Enriquez, all in double figures for Coach Chico Tan. 13, 12, and 16 respectively for Molina, Makasarte, the other Makasarte, Josh Makasarte, and James Enriquez.
So it will be a all right, so there's a technical foul called against Biñan. Not exactly a good way to exit this tournament. We're just waiting for the final score, and of course later on we will be introducing our Hustle Club Defensive Player of the Game, or Don Benito's Assist Man of the Game. Of course, we'll have an interview with our winning coach, Coach Chico Tan, and of course our Chef's Magic Player of the Game.
By yours truly,
Yes.
Diego de la Paz.
So this is the first time I'll be doing that, the traditional moving, where they move their logo to the next round. As we got this timeout brought to you by Domo Domo. Slurp, enjoy, smile. As we take a look first at this driving layup by Ken Molina, the dagger for San Pedro Spartans. This timeout brought to you by Domo Domo. Slurp, enjoy, smile. We're down to the final 35 seconds of the fourth and final quarter, and it's a 5-second violation called against San Pedro coming off their own timeout. Coach Chico Stan still barking out orders.
And you see Coach Chico Tan, he called that timeout to be able to execute. And prior to that, he actually mentioned, execute daw, execute. Tapos biglang yun, aray ko.
Nako.
Parang turnover.
Oo. Naalala ko bigla yung meme na sinesend mo sa ating group chat, yung aray ko. Parang ganun eh. Right now, San Pedro starting to rejoice with 11 seconds remaining.
They're just gonna burn down that clock, but there's gonna be a foul against on Biñan rather, against James Enriquez. Already with 16 points in the ball game to go along with 5 assists.
So yeah, we're down to the final 10 seconds. So itong 16 points si James Enriquez could be more.
17 or 18, let's see.
And yun na nga, kita mo with a smile on his face, sinking that free throw.
17 points.
17.
Tama ba? 17? Let's check.
Oo, kasi 61 eh.
Yun.
Oh, yun. 17. With finality dahil mukhang Coach Chico Tan empty this bench. Makatikim naman ng divisional semifinals action itong kanyang mga players. Ayun. May confirmation tayo. 18 pa pala.
Yun, no? Diba? Palain mo yun. Medyo late yung ating stats. Mabagal yung internet.
Oo.
Mabagal
Yung internet naman natin.
Internet, mabagal.
Unexhausted, Keith Pantia sinks that free throw, and the San Pedro Spartans will be moving on to the South Division Finals, booking the first seat into that round of 4, defeating itong Biñan Tatak Emeralds Lamtex in a series sweep and winning this game as well, 61-50. Coach Anton
Taking care of business. That's what San Pedro did. Did not want to extend this series and breathe some life into this Biñan Tatak Emeralds Lamtex squad ni Coach Rick Pagusara.
Yes. And of course, itong San Pedro will be facing the winner of that series between Antipolo JY Titans and Palawan Urich Builders as we bring in our Chef's Magic game highlights.
And all game long, we talked about it. This San Pedro squad, they like to run. They like to get out on in transition. 9 fast break points compared to just 4 for Biñan. But you know what the big stories for San Pedro is Macrayan Macasarte was not able to get his game going, but off the bench, 20 points.
Wow.
Ang nakuha nitong San Pedro, habang para naman sa Biñan, only 3 bench points. Someone had to take up
the slack.
Kasi si Rain Agnes nga wasn't having a good game. I mean, that was an understatement, but when you think about it, masakit talaga yung ganun.
Yeah, so again, itong San Pedro Spartans sweeping itong Biñan Tatak Emeralds Lamtex, and they will face the winner of that series between Palawan Urich Builders and Antipolo JY Titans. That will be the 4th and final game for the both of us later today. And that series led by Antipolo at the moment 1-0. They're trying to close out that series. And on your screens right now, that's our Hustle Club Defensive Player of the Game, Macrayan Macasarte, with 12 rebounds. And our Don Benito's Assist Man of the Game, none other than Rain Agnes with 4 assists. Unfortunately, though, in a losing effort.
One of those things where you're going to be able to take this and learn from it.
Coming up next, it will be Rizal Switch Fiber against Nueva Ecija de Generals to open up their 16 and under North semifinals matchup. And we'll be right back with our Chef's Magic Player of the Game interview.
Junior MPBL para sa'yo, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino, liga ng bayan na to. Klaro na to, huwag kang sumuko sa gustong gawin, isang pangarap.
Congratulations to the San Pedro Spartans making it into the South Division Finals, making their first appearance as well dito. And kasama ko, to my left, San Pedro Spartans head coach Chico Tan. And of course, sa ating kanan dito si James Enriquez, our Chef's Magic Player of the Game. 18 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. Let's start off first with James. James, nung third quarter, you made your comeback dito kontra sa Biñan. Ano ba ang sinabi ni Coach during that run at biglang ginanahan kayo?
Sinabi niya po, minotivate niya po kami na mas ayusin yung laro at magkagana po at mas mag-execute po ng mas maganda.
And now let's bring it over here to Coach Chico Tan. Coach Chico, this is the first time that San Pedro will make it sa Division Finals. History in the making now for your team. Ano ba yung mindset na pinupuk mo sa team mo throughout this entire season as you wanted to reach this at least this goal?
First things first, I would like to thank Biñan. They're a very good team. They gave us a good competition, so congrats to them. Before everything, I just want to give credit, especially sa two players ko, yung si Johan Tangi, saka si Yuan Cruz. You know our team is full of character players. Kaya the reason why we're successful is we're full of character players. They come in, practice, strength and conditioning, doesn't matter if they go in the game 1 minute or they don't go in the game. We're full of high character players. That's why we're successful. People are getting interviewed, pero at the end of the day, it's a team win, it's a team success. Lahat kami panalo dito, kami lang nahalap ni James sa camera. Okay. Having said that, before the start of the playoffs, we set a goal of 3 wins para makapasok sa South Finals. So we just reached 1 goal. So we're setting another goal to win the next 2 games para umabot sa National Finals. So that's where we're looking at. Yun lang yung focus namin kung sino man nanalo sa Antipolo sa Kapalawan. Yun lang yung focus namin as of the moment.
All right, now the floor is yours para magbigay ng mga shoutouts.
First, shoutout po kay Mayor Vanji Versosa, sa team owner po namin si Boss Mitch at si Tita Jen. Shoutout rin po sa mga teammates ko kasi kung wala po sila, wala po to. Kay Coach po at sa mga coaching staff ng San Pedro. Shoutout rin po sa mga parents ng San Pedro. Sa mga teammates ko at kay Marie Gamboa po.
And Coach?
Ako personally, again, I would like to thank Mayor Vanji Versosa, Ilocos, Tagudin, and then our owners, si Ma'am Jen and si Sir Mitch Versosa, San Beda Alabang Community, Spartans Corporation. Saka sa kaibigan namin, Griffin, pagaling ka para sa itong game na to. We'll win more games for you. Yun lang.
Once again, San Pedro Spartans head coach Chico Tan, and of course our Chef's Magic Player of the Game, James Enriquez, 18 points, 5 rebounds and 5 assists. And now the floor is yours, San Pedro. It's time to move your logo forward into our division finals. There we go. The San Pedro Spartans are now in the divisional finals of the 14 and under division of our Junior MPBL Season 3 playoffs. Coming up next, it will be Rizal Switch Fiber against Nueva Ecija, the Generals, here in the 16 and under division to open up their best of 3 divisional semifinal series as we continue action in the Junior MPBL Season 3 playoffs.